Hi guys, this is Meenu. Welcome back to my channel Storytale. Have you watched Shadow and Bone series on Netflix yet? If not, then stop right here, go and watch it and then come back, because this video is gonna be with so much spoiler that I'm gonna ruin it for you. It does not matter if you have read the books or not, because I have read the books and then I watched the show, and if anyone have told me even a little detail about the show, I would have freaked out. So if you have not watched the TV series, please stop right here and come back after you have watched it. In this video, I'm going to be comparing Shadow and Bone TV series with Shadow and Bone book series. The TV series also have characters from Six of Crows, so I'm going to be talking about Six of Crows books too. To be honest, I do not even know where to begin. I love the Shadow and Bone TV series so much. It was so good. It was actually better than I expected. I have liked Shadow and Bone book series. It was good. Not something that I loved, but I've loved Six of Crows series, and I am on to the second book in the series, which I'm also liking. So when the TV show was announced, I was very excited to see these characters and see this universe come alive on TV. And to be honest, it was much better than I expected. First, let me tell you about the things that were different in the TV series than it was in the books. The first main difference was the inclusion of Six of Crows characters. Six of Crows happens after the end of Shadow and Bone series. In the Shadow and Bone book series, there were no characters from Six of Crows. There was no Inej, no Kaz, no nothing at all. But in the TV series, they chose to keep these characters because, of course, Six of Crows were more famous. They are more liked characters, to be honest. And I think it would have been incomplete without the Six of Crows characters, because I think Netflix kind of needed the hype for the Shadow and Bone TV series. That is why it picked up characters from the Six of Crows series. Not all the characters of Six of Crows are in the show. We have Inej, we have Kaz, we have Jesper, we have Nina and Matthias. Villain was not there in the season 1 of the stories. Also, Nina and Matthias are still not a part of Crow's Club yet. They will be, of course, joining in the second season, which I am really excited for again. And I'm not sure when that is going to come out, because Netflix just keeps on making new series and it just kind of forgets about its past series. So I do not know when this series is going to come next, but I'm really hoping it comes very soon, because I cannot wait anymore. The second difference that I noticed was that Inej has a brother in this series, which I do not think she had in the books, and I do not know why a brother was included. I do not know what purpose that served, but anyway, I think that is some story that we're gonna see in the future, so let's see. The third difference is how much screen time Mal actually gets here. In the first book, as I remember, there were not many scenes of Mal. He was in the first part of the book, then middle he was just a little bit, and then he was in the last. So I was not sure how and how much they are gonna show Mal in this season, but he gets a lot of screen time here. He's actually in every episode and he gets a lot of time, which is okay. I did not hate him as much I hated him in the series, I guess, but still his scenes kind of felt like a drag to me. The one thing that I noticed about Mal in this series is that he gets beaten up a lot in the series. I mean, he gets attacked by almost every other person in the series, and he somehow comes out alive. I don't know how he's alive and how he's walking. I do not know that. The fourth difference is the motivation of Darkling. In the books, Darkling was motivated because he wanted to protect Ravka, and also he wanted to get very powerful. That was his main motivation. And in this series, it is the same, but we do get a past story where he was hunted many times because he was a Grisha. He had the powers which nobody understood. So at the time when he became this black heretic who created the fold, he was hunted. Even other Grisha people were hunted. So whatever he did was to protect Grisha people and himself. I kind of like that addition because it gives more character to the Darkling, and I really liked how flushed out his backstory was. It was actually a very nice addition. I mean, now I can see why he was trying so hard to protect these Grisha people or protect Ravka. So that does give him a very good motivation. I actually like that part. The part that I didn't like and the difference that I did not agree with is the fact that we get to know Darkling's name way too soon in the series. In the books, Darkling's name Alexander, we get to know in the third installment, and it was a very good reveal, and it served a very good purpose in the third book. So when the Darkling says it so casually to Alina, I do not know, it didn't seem earned, so I did not like the part. I remember when I was watching it and he said it and I was like so upset. Why did he have to say it like that? It was so casually done, and I didn't like that, because that name is very important. It has a meaning to it, and I just didn't like that part. The other differences are that Alina is part Shu in the TV series, which is okay. It did not do much for me, but it was okay. Also, in the ending, when Alina realizes her true self, she realizes her true power. I like that scene because it was a little bit different from the book. This was not in a desperate attempt to save Mal. It was actually her self-realization, which I actually liked. I love that scene. That was a very badass move. Her dialogues and everything was very good in that scene. These are all the main differences in the TV series. Other than that, there are few here and there, but they are not that important. Or maybe I have missed something very important. I do not know. Anyway, now let's talk about what I loved in the TV series. I love the Darkling. He was so good. Ben Barnes have played it to the T. He is so good in the series. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of skeptic about who was gonna play the Darkling. I mean, I just could not imagine anyone playing him. He was such an iconic character. So I do not know. I feel the same way about Nikolai, so I do not know. But anyway, Ben Barnes have played it so well. I loved him in this show. My brother, who have never actually read Shadow and Bone series, he was mesmerized by Darkling. He was such a big fan of the show. He loved the character of Darkling. He was just in awe of him. The fun fact is, when I was watching Shadow and Bone series, I kind of felt that Darkling was familiar in some way. Where have I seen him, or how do I know him, or anything? I just could not put my finger down to it. But then I watched a reel or something where I found out that Ben Barnes, who plays Darkling, was actually Prince Caspian in the second movie of Narnia. I remember I had such a huge crush on Prince Caspian from Narnia. I mean, he was so handsome and so charming in the second movie of the Narnia. I was instantly in love with him. And when I found out that he was the same Darkling, I was like so happy. I mean, he was my childhood crush, and now he's my like adult crush or something. And I was like really happy, and I really like that fact. This TV series is good on so many levels. It has done justice to almost every other character. I loved Kaz. He was so good. He is like the perfect Kaz. And Inej and Jesper. To be honest, I like Jesper in the TV series more. I especially love that train scene when he was not willing to give up Milo, the goat, and he didn't want to sacrifice it. And then he just takes out a gun and kills all the Volcra. That was like the most badass and hilarious scene. I just love the character of Jesper in this TV adaptation. And in the last scene, Alina, whom the crows have been hired to actually kidnap, comes to hide in their carriage when they have been trying so hard to actually capture her, is just plain iconic. There was just so many good scenes in this series that I enjoyed every single moment that I watched it. Like the time when Inej calls Jesper Jess and Kaz is like Jess. I mean, that he was just so jealous. That scene is just gold again. And also like the conversation between Inej and Kaz and how their romance is just there, and it's not just too much on the nose. I just love their romance. There's also a showdown between Darkling and Kaz, and that is again an epic scene. I was kind of scared, then I was kind of excited. This was like a fan service scene. I mean, Darkling and Kaz in the same place fighting off each other. That was like pure gold. The only few dull moments we had was with Alina and Mel. I was never sold on their relationship anyway. I mean, it was okay, it was better than the books, but still not one of my favorites. In the TV adaptation, every character has been done justice to. I liked all the people who played all the characters, even David, whom I did not care much about in the books. But in the TV series, he's very funny. I mean, not intentionally funny, but he was funny. Especially this scene where he throws his book at Jesper. I just love that scene. And that book is, of course, Shadow and Bone book. That is, again, a brilliant Easter egg. I really like that. There's also a scene between him and Darkling where he's trying to raise his hand. That is, again, a very funny scene. Also, like Genya, she was very beautiful in the TV adaptation. I actually liked all of her scenes. She has very few in it, but still I liked her. She has a very dark past, and I actually liked her arc in the books also, and I like her in the TV adaptation. Nina in the TV series, I was kind of scared that they are not going to choose a plus size character, because in the book she's a plus size character and a badass, but Netflix have actually done a very good job with Nina. I actually liked her in the TV series. The only problem that I have is that her relationship with Matthias is actually a little bit rushed. I know that the scenes we get of Nina and Matthias in the TV series is actually the flashback of Nina, which we have in the Six of Crows book, and it did kind of tie up well with the Shadow and Bone series. I like that, but still their relationship felt a little bit rushed. I was more sold in their relationship in the Six of Crow books. So of course we are going to see that in the next season. I'm really looking forward to it. I also like Matthias. He was a very good character again, but I do not know why I have this picture of Matthias in my head where his face is much leaner. I'm not fat shaming or something, but I have the special edition book where we have this much leaner character art of Matthias, so I had this picture of him in my mind. But anyway, I like this Matthias. He was also very good. I really liked Nina and Matthias together. They are way too white, but anyway, I liked it. In all this excitement, I forgot to tell you about one more scene that was like iconic. I just cannot believe how I forgot it. I was like waiting for that scene for like ever. The one epic call out that we were all waiting for. That was the scene when Cass finally says, "No mourners," and Inez and Jesper replies, "No funerals." I mean, I was just so happy when that scene happened. I was like smiling and cheering and everything. That scene was just epic and it was done very well. Overall, if you have not guessed, I am in love with the TV series and the books and everything. It was like the perfect adaptation. I do not think it can get any better than this. Every scene, every episode is just epic and gold, and I just love everything, every detail of this TV series. And if you have not watched it, please do. I am recommending it very hard because this is again an experience you cannot forget. If you have not read the books, does not matter. You're gonna love it anyway. My brother did. So of course you're gonna like it too. Overall, I'm really happy with the TV adaptation, and I'm really looking forward to the second season where we get to finally meet Nikolai. I mean, I'm hoping, and I really hope they choose like someone best because Nikolai, he's Nikolai, right? He's Nikolai. So until then, do let me know your thoughts about Shadow and Bone TV series and the books in the comments down below. And of course, do not forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want to get notified of my future videos. Until then, no mourners.